Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring a very important point to light. I want to talk about why I pretty much had to completely stop watching tarot card reading videos altogether. There's a lot of new faces in here. There's new faces every single day, so I'm focusing this message more towards the new faces. Those of you who have been with me since day one, or at least the past year or two, have heard me touch on some of these things many times before, but it kind of all ties in and interlinks together. All I ever set out to do on my journey and on my path was learn how to create my own future. For those of you who know absolutely nothing about me, I'm not going to tell my whole story, but I will touch on some of the important parts. My path began when I was living in a homeless shelter after having just spent the previous 6 months or so living on the streets. I had acquired a free government-issued cell phone and was using McDonald's Wi-Fi one day to sit in McDonald's and drink me a Mellow Yellow and play on YouTube because I had nothing to do and nowhere to go, and I didn't really want to sit around and hang out in the little shelter I was living in. So I was out walking around and I accidentally stumbled across a law of attraction video. I had never heard of such a concept, so hearing something like this caught my attention immediately and I got addicted to it. Okay, so I was off and running from there, obsessed with it. Absolutely, when I say obsessed, this is all I thought about from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed, is manifesting my dreams. Figuring out how to create my future, how I created all those things that I didn't want to experience, and how to uncreate that and create all the things that I do want to experience. And that's all I obsessed about all day, every day. That's all, every spare moment of my time went into researching this and reading about it and listening to videos about it. And fast forward to the period of time in which I saw my first tarot card reading video, I am already deeply, deeply immersed in creating my own future. So when I first started seeing these tarot card reading videos getting recommended to me, not only did I think that was the stupidest thing that I'd ever seen in my life, but again, most people, when they go to a tarot card reader, they hand that reader all of their power, because they go into it with the mentality that the future just happens to me and there's nothing I can do about it. You tell me what is going to happen to me. You hand that reader every bit of power that you have, and they can do that. Oh, yes, they can. Oh, they absolutely can. So that wasn't even in the realm of things that I was interested in looking at, but I gave in one day and I clicked on one. I clicked on this tarot card reading video thinking, okay, there is no way that this can be legit. The only reason that I clicked on that first video was because of the view count. The video had like 40,000 views. And I'm like, 40,000 people sat and watched this lady flip tarot cards on YouTube? I gotta at least see what it's all about. And it told the story of something that I had experienced, about a year beforehand, that I was having a very difficult time dealing with, working through, and sorting out. And I became absolutely addicted. I would binge watch these things, dude. I had a list of, 10, maybe 15 readers. I don't even remember who they all were. The main ones that I remember are obviously Ramblin' Mike, Illust Illuminator, The Quietest Revolution, A Mystical Moment, Ace of Pentacles. I don't even remember them all, dude. Anyway, I would binge watch these things like a drug, for months and months and months and months and months. And after about, I want to say 6 months or so, I started spinning in circles. I started realizing I'm just spinning in circles, spinning in circles, spinning in circles, because I go to these tarot card reading videos to try to gain clarity, and I don't get any clarity. All I hear was, here's what happened in the past. Yep, that's true. Here's what's happening now. Yep, that's true. Here's what's going to happen. And I'm like, that's not giving me, I need advice. I need to figure out how to work through this. I need to figure out how to handle this. So at the time, I was working a minimum wage job. I worked at a car wash. So I was like, well, I'm broke. I can't afford to buy a personal reading from somebody, and I don't even know if I want to hear what anybody else has to say on the subject matter, honestly. You know what I'm going to do? We got a little spiritual store right up the street in the town that I was living in. It was a store called Liquid Sunshine in the town of Farmington, Maine. And I was like, they sell tarot cards. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to buy me a deck of them little shits, and I'm going to learn how to read those things myself. That's what's going to give me the answer that I want, or the clarity that I want, or the advice that I want. And that's what I did. I went up and bought me some cards, and I spent the next, 3 or 4 months obsessively learning how to read these things just to gain clarity on my own situation. That's it. That is the only reason I ever picked those things up. And that is so out of the realm of anything that I would normally do. I'm not a big reader, and I can't stand regular card games. Like people are always like, hey, you want to play this card game? And I'm like, not really. Oh, come on, man. Come on. So people finally talk me into sitting down and trying to learn this card game, and like my brain won't even take the information in. Like I'll be sitting there trying to listen to what they're saying, and this alarm starts going off in my brain. Bullshit detected. There is no room in here for that useless information. Bullshit detected. And I can't even absorb the information. Like there's something in my subconscious mind that won't even allow it in, Just recently, my wife has taught me how to play Kings in a Corner, and anyway. So to sit and learn the meanings of 78 different cards. I'm not even a big reader. I don't like to read things unless it's something that I am absolutely insanely interested in. You ain't gonna catch me reading nothing. I'm not one of those types of people that can walk into a library, grab a random book, and open it up and go, oh, words on paper. Oh my God. I just love words on paper. Let me just absorb all this random bullshit. I can't do that. I was horrible in school. I mean, I passed by the skin of my teeth. You know what I mean? Because I was never the type of person. You can't just hand me a book and say, okay, you need to retain all of the information in this book and recite it back to me on my command for no good reason other than the fact that I told you to do it. I don't operate that way. I just don't. So to sit and read this guidebook in these tarot cards and learn 78 different cards and the complex meanings behind each one of them is so not even in the same universe of how I typically function, think, and operate. This is so out of character for me. You don't even know. I can't even put it into words. But I was so insanely obsessed and interested in trying to dig to the bottom of this situation that I was dealing with that I was willing to do anything. And I did. I bought the deck Tarot of Dreams, and I sat in the same spot for 8 hours. The girl I was dating at the time got up and went to work while I started. I started while she was getting ready for work, started reading the first couple of cards. She got home from work. I was still sitting in the same spot, reading the guidebook and all these cards, like for real. And then I started, playing around with shuffling techniques and this and that, whoop whoop. And anyway, I'm making a point here. I know this may kind of sound like I'm diverting off of like the original topic and the title of the video, but I'm making a point. So, like I said, I start watching some tarot card readers on YouTube. I watch how they shuffle. I try this. Oh, I see that reader shuffles like that. Let me try that. No, that doesn't work for me. Ooh, this reader shuffles like that. Let me try that. Oh, okay, that works, but that doesn't work. So let me see what this reader's doing. And I sat and did this for like another 3 or 4 months. And many of you know, long story short, I only put tarot card reading videos on my YouTube channel because I was bored and I was looking for something to do to keep myself busy and occupied on my days off while I was taking a break from working on becoming self-employed. I'd taken a break. I had built 3 businesses. They had all crashed and burned. I had flushed thousands of dollars down the toilet while I was making minimum wage. And I was like, look, it's been almost 2 years. I've been trying to be self-employed. Nothing's working. Let me just take a little break. Let me take a little relaxed time, get my brain back together, and then we'll pick this back up, sometime after the new year, which at that time, the following year was going to be 2019. So this was in the very end of August 2018. And that's when I was bored. I was like, well, what am I going to do then? Because at the time I had spent, all of my free time building businesses and buying training courses and learning how to do ad targeting and learning how to market and all this stuff. That's all I did with my free time. Now I have nothing to do. So I've spent all these months learning how to read tarot cards. And I was like, well, maybe if I put a couple of those videos on my channel, it'll give me something fun to work on. And a lot of you know the story. It blew up unexpectedly. I didn't mean for it to. And at the time, this was right around the time that I was beginning to get tired of watching the tarot card reading videos. So when my channel first blew up, not only did I not expect it, but that wasn't what I was wanting to do as a business. But right after my channel took off, dude, like clockwork. Looking back, it's so funny because the universe is like, I got you right where I need you. So right as soon as that happened, things started going bad at work. Things started going bad between me and the girl that I was dating. So I ended up losing my job. Me and her ended up breaking up. And I'm stranded, backed into a corner with nothing but my YouTube channel as my only source of income. Here I am. I have no place to call home. Because the only reason I was even in that town that I was living in was for the girl that I was dating at the time. I'm in this weird ass town up in New England and I don't know. I'm not from here. So I have no place to call home. I have no family. I have no nothing, no nobody. And here I am with this YouTube channel and everybody is blowing me up begging for tarot card readings. But tarot card readings kind of goes against my worldview, my view on life and the universe and whatnot. Kind of goes against it in a way because I am a create my future type of person. Tarot card readers are like, let me tell you what future is going to happen to you. That's why I say your default timelines. Meaning, if you don't do anything to change your energy, if you don't do anything to change the path that you're on, this is the path you're headed towards. It's kind of like if you could imagine you're standing at the top of a hill and you're holding a ball, okay? So if I drop this ball right here, I can pretty well predict the path that it's going to take. So if I go ahead and drop that ball and it's taking this path, now, if you want to, you can take off running down the hill and kick that ball into a different direction. That's how you change the outcome of a reading. But I've never met a tarot card reader who can tell you how to do that. And that's when the universe started creeping up into my ear. Because I'm like, no, I know, this isn't my thing. I don't do this. You know, I am a create my future type of person, not a wait around on the future to happen to me type of person. And that's when the universe started whispering in my ear. Well, tell them how to create their future then. I'm like, what? Tell them how to create their future then. Flip these tarot cards and lure all these people in who are asleep or just don't know much about the nature of reality, who think that the future is out of their control. And once you get them in, teach them how to create their future. And I'm like, can I do that though? Can I really do that? Can I really do that? And that's when I started sprinkling it into my tarot card readings. That is why you never see me do a tarot card reading without what? Advice. Advice. Now, obviously, there are lots and lots and lots of people who don't want to be able to create their own future, because if you have the ability to create your own future, that means what? You got to take responsibility. There's lots of people out there that don't want to do that. They don't want to have to take responsibility. They want to be a victim. They want to be, in a position to where they have no power over their future. They want to be oppressed, So at first I was going real hardcore with it, and then I kind of backed off and figured out how to just plant the seeds, But that is the reason why I had to pretty much stop watching tarot card reading videos altogether. Completely stop. I have no idea what any tarot card reader is doing out there. I have no clue. I know that there are some rumors that float around the YouTube community that I've copied off of a couple of tarot card readers. There's a lot of little children out there who are very competitive, like little kids basically. But the honest truth is I have no idea what anybody out there is doing. Some of you may see me pop into like Ramblin' Mike's, chat room when he's live, and I'm like, yo, what's up? How you doing? And then I'll just click off and leave. But I don't watch tarot card reading videos. First of all, because I don't really want to feel like I'm influenced by anybody. Now, my style and all that stuff is a conglomeration of picking up the techniques of 10 to 15 different people, putting them in a bowl, mixing them up, and taking out what doesn't work and mixing together what does work, and then sprinkling my last few little things on top of it. That's all me, But I had to stop because I don't want to feel influenced by anybody else, and I don't want to give off the impression that the future is just going to randomly happen to you. Because all it does is lead you spinning in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. I'm not saying don't watch any other tarot card readers. That's not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that I found myself spinning in circles, going nowhere. Yep, I know what happened in the past. Yep, I know what's happening now. That outcome, I don't like that. So I'm spinning in circles, going nowhere, spinning in circles, going nowhere. That's one of the main reasons why, at least generally, I try to throw some law of attraction advice in as much as it possibly fits, but that works much better for the individual. But, I just found myself spinning in circles. And I'm like, I don't want people to come to me and spin in circles. I don't want that. I don't want that. My goal, ultimately, big picture, within the next 10 years is to put myself out of work. That's my goal. My goal is every single person that comes to me for either to watch a general reading on my main channel or to buy a personal reading from me, I want to send that person on their way with some things to think about and some tools in their tool belt that if they choose to pull them out and apply, they don't have to come back to me or anybody else for guidance ever again. I want to be able to at least assist in you being able to spread your own wings and fly, so that the next time you find yourself dealing with a person who's confusing you, you know how to handle it next time. Okay? Because this stuff is easy. We have to develop our own personal relationship with the universe. If you have to keep coming back to me over and over and over, then you haven't developed a relationship with the universe. If you have to go through me and have me talk to the universe for you. See what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Now, I get it. A lot of these concepts are difficult. I'm not saying that you are not allowed to come back to me. That's not what I'm saying at all. Not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, I have had customers who keep coming back to me over and over and over and over with the same question over and over and over. And finally, I'll say, I'm not reading for you anymore. That hasn't happened very often, just a tiny little handful of people, but it has happened. I say, I'm not reading for you anymore. I've already told you over and over and over and over and over. I've given you all the information I can possibly give you over and over and over and over and over. So I would like to at least invite you, if you are a tarot card reader or an aspiring tarot card reader, to do the best that you can to help your clients develop their own relationship with the universe. Okay? Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I know at least one person needed to hear that. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all have a good day.